Thank you very much for this, well, at least for me, very interesting information. I guess there's a lot more to find out on the website, also in the future, as far as I understood it. I'm very sorry that my Polish is probably not good enough to stand the test, but whatever. Okay, as our last speaker, I welcome Susanna Rudnicka from TP Group Foundation. She's their coordinator of educational programs, and she will tell us about education at the TP Foundation.
Najpierw rozszyfruję ten skrót.
First of all, let me decipher this acronym. TP is an acronym, an abbreviation that apparently everybody knows, but then it turns out that, well, in 2005, the Polish Telecom and PTK Centertel, the operator of the Orange network, set up a foundation, and their social activities are being carried out through this foundation, through us, and this is what makes it sustainable and long-term. We work with children and young people. The main problems, the main issues we deal with are healthcare and education. Our main programs are Call Mom, thanks to which children in hospital can call their parents free of charge, and that's important. And then the Sounds of Dreams, that's a program for the treating of children with hearing disabilities, and our major programs, at least from my point of view, have to do with education and violence, or a non-violent school, and everything that has to do with education. Education on the internet with TP, the program was launched in 2004 by TP, acting alone, and the first part of the activity had to do with providing internet to schools. Thanks to our cooperation with the Ministry of National Education, we were able to provide cheaper, much cheaper, internet access for schools in Poland. At the moment, we have over 14,500 schools having this cheaper internet access. And in developing this program, we stressed internet safety, and most of what we do is done in conjunction with the Nobody's Children Foundation, the co-host of today's session. We've been working together since 2005. And another important thing is the use of cutting-edge technology in schools. We said a lot today about the different ways in which children and adults see new technology. Teachers as well. There's a gap in the perception and the use of this technology. Yanis said how it changed. Previously, it was the teacher who was the main source of information. Now, kids learn online. Kids learn ever more from the internet, and the school has to work hard to keep up. And we have to make sure that we use new technology in schools. For 2 years, we've organized training courses with the College of Social Pedagogy on project-oriented teaching methods using modern technology. And then we gave it an e-learning platform, making it more available for teachers. These are courses not for IT specialists, but for teachers of biology, Polish, chemistry, whatever. So they learn about the project, and they find out what programs or projects they can use in teaching their own subject. There are subject groups, and this is important in small towns. Teachers can network, exchange information, consult one another. Each group has a moderator. They can also benefit from the help of experts all over the world, which makes it more effective and which also shows how e-learning can reduce the gap between towns and villages, or big cities and small towns. Now, internet safety. The TP Group Foundation is a partner and a co-organizer of many projects done by Nobody's Children. We began with the Safe Internet Year. It was 2006, or the school year 2005-2006 was when we began cooperating. We sent programs to schools with internet access. We wanted to make teachers and IT specialists aware of what's going on in the computer rooms, of the need to monitor the way kids use the internet, and that's when our cooperation with the foundation began, and we intend to keep it up. We're also taking it further this year on Safe Internet Day. Our employees were involved as volunteers to teach classes on how safely to surf. We had 45 volunteers who, over the last 6 months, taught classes for a total of 4,500 students. We have scenarios which help people who aren't experienced teachers teach young pupils. We also were working with TP staff, with friends and family, and they're also concerned because they have families and children of their own, so they want the internet to be safe. It's based on cartoons, and every class, which can be a 1 hour or a 2 hour unit or module, involves a screening of a cartoon plus a question and answer session, exercises and assignments. When taking on a volunteer, we tell them about group dynamics, how to keep kids interested. What we advise them what might happen in class, so they don't feel lost, don't feel confused. Usually the volunteer approaches the school, him or herself. Usually it's a school in which their child is enrolled in. We also recommend the volunteer, and we want to make sure that this is not a sales pitch, because every volunteer must sign a commitment that they will not advertise, that this will be a pure class. And the police in one town also said they want to run classes, and if you have parents employed by Polish Telecoms in one of your schools, then try to get them involved. This program is successful, as testified by what Teresa wrote us. My involvement in the Education with Internet program gave me the possibility of making a dream come true, namely to teach in class, to teach the younger generation how to use the internet. I think this is very important. I try to keep abreast of things. I know how my kids surf, and when presenting my program to the principal, I was pleased to see that they were interested, that he was interested. I had a program for classes 1 through 4, and it was an effort. I had classes every day, but it was a source of great satisfaction for me, because the children were actively involved in the classes, and even during recess, they stayed in the room, especially when I was playing music or video clips. The way the teaching aids helped me run the class easily. The school is interested in continuing this and to extending it to include the older students. The next thing, another thing we want, we're working on films, they're almost ready, on the benefits that the internet has as an educational tool, because the internet is not just entertainment, but it's also a way of learning, a way of making friends, I suppose, and it's generally positive. And in this we're helped by the Science and Knowledge Foundation, and these are the 2 cartoon characters. The film was premiered on Safe Internet Day. Now the films are ready. Let's have a look.
Wysyłałaś go na zewnątrz?
Tak, bo coś nam
Did you
stuka w
send him
napędzie.
outside? Yes,
No i?
because
Dingo
there's
właśnie daje znać, że ma dla nas
knocking in
wiadomość.
the drive and there's a
Ciekawe, jak ją
message
nam
coming
przekaże.
in. I
To
wonder
popatrz,
how
gadać go nie nauczę, ale
they'll
pisać
send
już
it.
go
I can't
nauczyłam.
teach it to talk, but I've taught it to write. I taught him to
Co
write.
tam, piesku?
What's up, doggy?
Popraw i
The
wracaj.
stabilizer's blocked. Fix it and come back.
Widzę, że opracowałaś
I
specjalne
see
urządzenie do
that you have
komunikacji
a
z
special
Dingiem.
device
za
to
przykład
talk to
posłużyły mi
communicate
różne
with the
internetowe
dingo.
czaty.
Co?
Yes,
Czaty.
I use
Nie
the
wiesz, co
chat
to jest
rooms
czat?
as an example. Don't you know what a
coś
chat room is?
słyszałem.
What
Pamiętasz, jak
instant messaging
mówiliśmy o
is?
poczcie elektronicznej?
Remember when we
Pamiętam.
talked about email?
Wysyłasz do mnie e-mail,
Well,
on
you
czeka
send
na
me an
serwerze
email.
pocztowym,
It's
aż go
waiting
odbiorę.
on
No
the
właśnie,
server
poczta
until I
elektroniczna służy do
download it.
przesyłania wiadomości, ale
Exactly.
jeśli nie
Email
możesz
is
ich
there to
natychmiast
send
odebrać,
messages,
to one
but
na
if you
ciebie i
can't
tak
pick it up,
poczekają.
they'll wait
I
for
tym
you.
właśnie
And
poczta różni
that's
się od czatu.
the difference
to?
between
I
email and
gdzie
instant
można znaleźć
messaging.
ten czat?
So
Polatajmy.
where can we find
Serwisy
IM?
internetowe,
and
na przykład
ICQ,
portale, oferują swoim
portals and
użytkownikom
websites
możliwość
give
posługiwania
their
się czatem.
users
Zobaczmy, na
a
przykład
chat
tutaj.
function,
To
a
jest ekran
messaging
logowania do czatu serwisu
function. This
edukacyjnego
is the
Interklasa.pl.
login
Jak
screen
widzisz,
for
osobno są czaty dla
interklasa.pl.
uczniów, osobno dla
Different
nauczycieli
chat
i
rooms
osobno dla
for
rodziców.
students, teachers
Czat
and
również
parents.
służy do przesyłania
Chat
wiadomości,
rooms
ale
are
tylko
also
wtedy,
a way
jeśli
of
zarówno
sending
nadawca,
messages
jak i
as long
odbiorca
as
jednocześnie siedzą przy
the,
swoich komputerach. Na
the
czacie pisze
recipient,
do
the
ciebie
author and the
wiadomość
addressee
i
are
prawie natychmiast
online.
ją otrzymujesz.
Nawet jeśli ja jestem
Instant
w Polsce, a
messaging,
ty
even if
na
I'm in
przykład we
Poland
Francji.
and you're in
Tak,
France,
Czyli
yes.
czat to
So
jest taka
instant messaging, the
natychmiastowa
chat
poczta
rooms is like
elektroniczna.
instant
Dobrze to
email.
ująłeś.
That's a good way of
Wrócił.
putting it.
Ciekawe, co zablokowało nam statecznik.
The doggy's
O,
back.
dobry
Oh, let's see.
piesek, jak to nam pomaga.
Here
Dobra,
spam.
dobra.
We were blocked by spam. Good doggy.
Problem bezpieczeństwa w mediach.
So the question of security in the was something that we managed to interest the media. There's a Safe Media campaign that we launched, and we have a parent's manual in your kit. It's a four-chapter thing. It's about internet, the internet, TV, cell phones, and it says how to avoid risks or danger. Unfortunately, the comic book isn't ready or didn't make it into your handouts, your materials, but you have them on the tables outside. Zbigniew Zamachowski was involved, a popular actor, and on www.safemedia.tp, this popular actor gives an intro to the film. The whole thing was preceded by a report on the way parents perceive internet use by their children, and it turned out that a third of the parents, even though they believe that the internet can be risky or can be dangerous, I mean, they believe that they can't really say what these dangers are. One child in four doesn't talk to their parents about what they're doing online, what they do online, and we want to use this as a way of reaching out to people. These guides, these handbooks were written with the help of the Nobody's Children Foundation, so the content is reliable. We will continue to develop our cooperation and work together, so thank you for your attention.